Wardrobe for the Bass Tour Anglers podcast provided by Koppel Outfitters. Go have an adventure. Visit them online at www.koppeloutfitters.com and on social media at Koppel Outfitters. Hello everybody, welcome to Tour Talk. Tacticam fisheye cameras make this podcast possible. Tacticam, this is the company that offers high-resolution action cameras for about half of what the other guys charge. Tacticam also has a full lineup of accessories, including a replaceable lens system that allows you to go from a standard lens to a wide-angle 180-degree view or to a mini zoom. We are incorporating a couple of fisheye cameras with the screw-on interchangeable lenses that allow you to modify the viewing angle of your fisheye into this podcast. The fisheye combo lens pack is a set of two lenses, an ultra-wide lens and a mini zoom lens to get all the right angles. Camera 1 features a mini zoom that allows you to capture high quality from distance. Camera 2 features the ultra-wide lens that allows you to see almost 180 degrees. This week, Professional Bass Fishing showcased the BASS Elite Series event on Lake Champlain, which we will discuss a little bit later in this podcast. As I watched the event, it gave me a chance to compare notes in regards to what I watched a little over a week ago with a Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour event on the St. Lawrence River. As I watched the Lake Champlain event unfold, it occurred to me that it really does come down to the format that each tour uses to determine their champion. The BASS Elite Series, of course, uses a traditional 5 bass limit, while Bass Tracks keeps you and I in the loop with estimated weights. The competitors themselves, however, do not know what the others are doing. As you can imagine, this must cause a lot of wondering out there on the water. Major League Fishing's Bass Pro Tour uses Score Tracker to tell every angler just exactly where they stand in the event at all times. In a story of two different trails, one organization gives anglers no information about how they're doing, and the other organization gives anglers too much information about how they're doing. Pick your poison. Being a stats nerd, I looked at day one of the Elite Series Lake Champlain event. Buddy Gross led that event with 21 pounds, 13 ounces, or more accurately, about a 4 pound, 6 ounce average, which is a good, solid average. Gross's first day bag told the field that if they wanted to compete to win, they were going to need to hunt fish in that 4 pound class. This tells the field that if they're on a spot catching 3 pounders, they're not fishing to win. Seth Fighter was in 10th place with 19 pounds, 11 ounces on day one, which meant that he averaged about 3 pounds, 15 ounces. Fighter's first day tells the field that if they want to qualify for day 4, they're going to have to hunt for fish in that 3 3/4 pound range. 45th place, which was the cut line this week to qualify for day 3, was 17 pounds, 8 ounces, an average of 3.5 pounds. It was shared by 6 anglers who were all within an ounce or so of the same weight. A 3 pound average in virtually any tournament format can put an angler way up in the standings. In a Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour event, a pro who can get on a good school of 3 pounders has an excellent shot at winning that event. That pro may never need to leave those fish in an every fish counts format. This week at Champlain on day 1, a 3 pound average would have you sitting in 80th place. And nobody with a 3 pound average on day 1 survived to fish day 3. This week at Champlain, if you pulled up on your spot and started catching 3 pound fish, it was time to leave. On Major League Fishing's Bass Pro Tour, you win by catching as many scorables as you can catch, And Jacob Wheeler's one fish every 12-minute average last week on the St. Lawrence River was spectacular. This week's BASS Elite Series event was won by the angler who averaged about 3 pounds 15 ounces for his 20 fish. That meant going out and hunting for bigger bites. So, once and for all, let's end this debate about which format is better. Clearly, the best tour format is whichever event we're fishing this week. Koppel Outfitters specializes in adventure gear. Anything you need for getting outside, Koppel Outfitters has it and more. Go have an adventure now. As mentioned earlier, the BASS Elite Series traveled to New York this week for the event at Lake Champlain. It was a rare event where both largemouth and smallmouth figured in the final outcome. Congratulations to Brian Schmidt. He wins the BASS Elite Series event at Lake Champlain with a 20 fish over 4 days, weighing 78 pounds 5 ounces. What an amazing week for Schmidt. He had two massive days, days 1 and day 2, where he had 21 pounds 11 ounces on the first day and 21 pounds 5 ounces on day 2. Day 3 was pretty good too. He had 19 pounds 4 ounces. Struggled a little bit, if you can call 16 pounds 1 ounce a struggle. That's what he had on day 4, but it was still enough. It was just a tad under 4 pound average for the week. And what a great victory. 78 pounds, 5 ounces, Schmidt's first blue trophy. Congratulations once again to Brian Schmidt. Finishing in second is Keith Combs. Over 4 days, he weighs in 20 fish for 77 pounds, 13 ounces. Chris Zaldane, swim bait or bust. Chris Zaldane throwing those big baits all week. He comes in third with 20 fish, 76 pounds, 15 ounces. Seth Fider, who is the Angler of the Year leader, pretty much finished it off this week. I would say that he is in very good shape to win that Angler of the Year on the BASS Elite Series. He finishes in fourth place with 20 fish for 76 pounds, 14 ounces. And finishing in fifth, Austin Felix with 20 fish for 76 pounds, 6 ounces. Interesting that both largemouth and smallmouth played just about a dual role in determining the outcome of this event. One more event left for the BASS Elite Series. They will travel to the St. Lawrence River next week, minus, of course, John Cox. But that's another story. Vegan. Vegan. Oh yeah.
Check out that bad boy. Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Taking a look at the Bass Tour Anglers Podcast Angler of the Year standings. First of all, if you'd like to find out more about what the Bass Tour Anglers Podcast Angler of the Year is, please go to our website. That's basstouranglers.com. On the website, not only do we have all of our content, every episode of the Bass Tour Anglers Podcast, every episode of Tour Talk, plus some other content that we've created in our Brush Pile series. Lots of stuff for you to take a look at. But we also have the Bass Tour Anglers Podcast Angler of the Year race, which we have detailed on the website. So first of all, what is the Bass Tour Anglers Podcast Angler of the Year? We follow all the tours. We follow the BASS Elite. We follow the Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour. We follow Major League Fishing's Big 5 Pro Circuit. We follow the Toyota Series. We follow the BASS Opens. We follow Juan Bass Out West. We follow Wild West Bass Out West. 63 events total. And we want to come up with the definitive Angler of the Year. Every one of these tours is going to crown an Angler of the Year. We want to know who the top of the top is. Anyway, speaking of the top, let's take a look at the Bass Tour Anglers Podcast Angler of the Year race as it stands this week, July 11th, 2021. Dakota Hebert, as he has for most of the season, continues to lead. He hasn't fished in a couple of weeks. He hasn't fished any events in a couple of weeks, but he has fished 14 events this season, and he's got 608 points, and he is our leader right now. Finishing in second is Michael Neal. He is a Bass Pro Tour pro. He also fishes the Major League Fishing Big 5 Pro Circuit. I think he's fished a few Toyota Series events this year as well. He has 10 events that he has scored in this year, 495 points. In third, Jimmy Washam has been very solid this year, fishing both Major League Fishing's Big 5 Pro Circuit and some Toyota Series events. He has scored in 9 events. He has 489 points. John Cox this week moves up into 4th place. Yes, that John Cox, the one that fishes everything. He has fished and he has scored in 18 events this season. He has 459 points, and there's several events left that he has to fish. He's got Bass Pro Tour events. He's got Major League Fishing Big 5 Pro Circuit events. No more BASS Elite Series events for him, but there's still time for him to catch up and make a run at that top spot. He has 459 points. Moving up to 5th this week, Patrick Walters, the BASS Elite Series Pro, with a strong finish at Lake Champlain. He has scored in 11 events this season. He has 457 points. Ryan Salzman is in 6th. He's scored in 9 events this season. He has 444 points. Skeet Reese, another Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour and Big 5 Pro Circuit angler, has scored in 10 events this year, 424 points. Cody Meyer is in 9th place with 14 events that he has scored in for 411 points, and Justin Lucas is in 10th place with 382 points. He scored in 10 events himself. Taking a look at the tour this upcoming week, the Big 5 Toyota Series Northern Division has an event at Lake Champlain. Here we go again. Should be a very spectacular event. We've also got the National Professional Fishing League with their Lake Pickwick stop. That should be a great event as well. And finally, the BASS Elite Series is moving a couple miles up the road to the St. Lawrence River, and we know what has happened there recently. It should be an amazing week for tournament bass fishing. I know I'm going to look forward to watching all the stuff unfold. That's going to do it for us this week on Tour Talk. Remember to please subscribe to our YouTube channel and drop us a comment if you're so inclined. Until next time, keep those life vests zipped and clipped, stay safe, and keep checking back with us. We've got lots of content on the way. We'll talk to you again very soon.